Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about conditional statements in C++ program. Actually in C++ program we have different conditional statements, but today we are going to see about two of them, if and if else. Many a times we want programs to make decisions. In real life also, you know that while we are traveling in a car, if you reach a four-way junction, we have to take a decision whether to go straight, left or right in order to reach our destination. Similarly, in programs also, we want programs to make right decisions to get the correct output. So for example, should we let the user withdraw money from his account while using ATM? The program which is running behind the ATM should take a decision whether the user will be allowed to withdraw money. If enough balance is available, it is permitted, otherwise it is denied. So all these kind of decisions should be made by the program. So these decisions are done by some conditional statements. So there are many conditional statements in C++ program: if, else if, while, switch, etc. So here we are going to see about if statement and if else statement only. So before directly diving to the programming part, we want to learn some important basics about this if statement. So for writing an if statement, we need a logic expression. So we will go into the syntax and all later, after looking at these logical expressions and some complex logic expressions. We will go to the programming section. So now we will look into the logical expressions. A logical expression is a statement whose output is either true or false. So the output of a logical expression is either true or false. It has only one value. Either it will be true or it will be false. So for writing the logical expressions, we need some relational operators. So these are the relational operators. You have already learned, already know these relational operators. So these are quite simple. Less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, and for equal to we are using two equal symbol, not a single equal symbol. For checking or for comparing whether two values are equal, we are using two equal to symbol. Please remember that. And for not equal to, exclamation and equal to. So these are the relational operators. So they are used together with the data. Data will be added left and right to this relational operator. So we will see the examples. So here are some examples. 17 less than 42. So this is a logical expression. 17 less than 42 is a logical expression in C++ program. So in the previous slide, I have told you that the output of a logical expression is either true or false. So for this logical expression, 17 less than 42, it is true because 17 is less than 42. Second example is 42 greater than 17. It is also true. Third one, we are checking for equality, whether both are equal or not. 17 equal to 42. It is not true, so the answer will be false. And next one, 42 not equal to 17. It is true. Next is 17 plus 10 greater than 42 minus 2. First, inside the parenthesis, whatever is there, it will be calculated. So 17 plus 10, it is 27. And the right side, 42 minus 2, it is 40. So 27 greater than 40, it is false. So these are the examples of logical expressions. So I will show some other examples also. In this example, we are using variables. That means we are assigning values to variables. Suppose A is 17 and B is 42. So we can use variables also for logical expressions. A less than B, that means 17 less than 42 is true. So same example we have seen in the previous slide. I have assigned the values to variables. So A greater than B, it is false. 17 is not greater than or equal to 42. So these are quite simple examples. So we are moving to the next slide. So always remember not to use single equal to for checking equality. For checking equality, we always require double equal to. You can see here. So for checking equality, we always require double equal to. Don't use single equal to. Single equal to is used for assigning. You can see A equal to 17, B equal to 42. That means the right side of equal to, the value in the right side of equal to symbol will be assigned to the variable in the left side. So single equal to is used for assignment operation. So double equal to is used for checking equality. And another thing to remember is do not use equal to less than, equal to greater than, or equal to not. So equal to symbol will come only second. You have to use greater than equal to or less than equal to or not equal to. Don't use equal to symbol first. Look at the examples. In the second case, A greater than or equal to B. In the fourth case, A not equal to B. Always use equal to as second operator. Don't use equal to as first operator. So always remember these two things. Don't use single equal to for checking equality, and don't use equal to less than. You have to use less than or equal to, and don't use equal to greater than. You have to use greater than equal to, and don't use equal to not. You have to use not equal to. So please keep remember these two things. So next we are going to look at complex logical expressions. So complex logical expressions, so for writing complex logical expressions, we need two logical operators. They are and or. So these are the two operators used to write complex logical expressions. So and is written as two ampersand symbol. You can see two ampersand symbol without spaces means it is logical and operator. Similarly, two vertical lines without spaces, two vertical lines indicates it is a logical or operator. So they are useful for more realistic data comparison task. So complex logical expressions are more useful for realistic data comparison task. So we will see some examples in the next slide. So here is the example. So first, take a look at the first example. Expression 1 and expression 2. So for this, I have written an example here. 17 less than 42. This is the expression 1, and 42 less than 17. This is expression 2. And in between we have logic and operation. So the output of logic and operation is true. So every logic expression has the output either true or false. So in this case, the output of logic and operation is true only if all the expressions are true. So I will repeat it once again. The output of logic and expression is true only if all the expressions are true. If any of the expression is false, then the output of logic AND is false. So it will be clear when I explain this example. So look at the first case. 17 less than 42. Is it true or false? 17 less than 42 is true. So I am marking T there. Second case. 42 less than 17. Is it true or false? 42 less than 17 is false. So expression 1 is true and expression 2 is false. So the output of logic AND is false. So when will the output of logic AND becomes true? The output of logic AND becomes true only when all the expression become true. That means if both first expression and second expression is true, that means if first expression and second expression is true, then the output of logic AND is true. So you can also write AND operation like this. You can add any number of expressions like this. Expression 1 and expression 2 and expression 3 and etc. You can write n number of expressions. So for example, here it is written 17 less than 42 and 42 less than 17 and 42 less than 45 and 50 less than 45. We can continue like this. So but the output will be true. Output of logic AND will be true only if all the expression is true. If the first condition is true, we have to check the second condition. If the second condition is true, we have to check the third, like that. Here only two conditions are there. So if both are true, then output is true. But here the second condition is false. So the output is false. So for the logic AND expression, if any of the expression is false, the output is false. If all the expressions are true, the output is true. But for the OR operation, you can see the example. The first condition, 17 less than or equal to 42 is true. The second condition, 42 less than or 17 is false. But the output of logic OR operation is true. You can check, it is true. Because for an OR operation, if any expression is true, the output is true. So that is the main difference between AND and OR. For AND operation, for the output to become true, all the expression must be true. But for OR operation, any expression, if any expression is true, then the output is true. It resembles to our addition and multiplication. In normal mathematics, it resembles to our addition and multiplication. Logic AND expression resembles to multiplication. If 1 is true and 0 is false, you multiply. 1 into 0 is 0. That means true into false is false. Similarly, OR operation is addition. 1 plus 0 is 1. That means true plus false is true. So AND operation resembles our arithmetic multiplication and OR operation resembles arithmetic addition. So you can add any number of expressions. That means 1 into 0 into 0 into 0 into 1. That means 0 only. So if you are using multiplication, if all the expression is 1, all the term is 1, 1 into 1 into 1 means answer is 1. Same the case of AND, logical AND operation here. If all the expression is true or 1, that means 1. If all the expression is true, the output is true. If any of the expression is false, the output is false. But for OR operation, any one expression true. If any one expression is true, output is true. Either if any one expression is true or all expression is true, the output is true. So these are the difference between AND and OR operation. So we will move to the next slide. So next is NOT operator. So we will see the example of not operator. So we have if A greater than B is true, if A greater than B is true, if we use not symbol before A, that means if A greater than B is true, if we note it, it is false. That means opposite of what is inside that expression, that is not operation, it will invert it. If the expression is true, the output will be false. Not of that expression is false. Second case, if A less than or equal to B is false, not of A less than B is true. So whatever the output of expression, whether it is true or false, if we note it, if we put an exclamation symbol, this is a symbol for not operation. If we put an exclamation symbol before that expression, then it will negate the output of that expression. So these are the different type of operators in conditional statement, in logical expressions. So we will move straight to the program. So this is a simple program, simple if statement. You can see the text in the red color is the syntax for the if statement. So it goes like this: if, and inside the parenthesis logical expression. So logical expression, we have already seen different type of logical expressions: A greater than B, A less than B, A and B, A or B, or not A greater than B. So these all things we have studied earlier in the previous slides comes in this logic expression. So if, and inside the parenthesis logical expression. So for example, if A greater than B. So this is an example. So I will show the examples in the next slide. So A greater than B is the logic expression here. That means the output of that logic expression is either true or false. Understood? That means A greater than B, the output of that logic expression is either true or false. So that means you can see two curly braces after this if statement, one opening curly brace and one closing curly brace. So whatever program comes inside these curly braces, listen carefully, whatever program comes inside these curly braces will be executed only if condition satisfies. Only if condition satisfies. That means if the logic expression is true, the output of logic expression is true. If true, that means if the output of logic expression is true, then whatever the code inside this curly braces will get executed. Otherwise, if false, otherwise means if the logic expression is not true, that means if inside bracket it will be false. If the logic expression is correct, if inside the bracket it will be true, the output of that logic expression will be true. That means it will come like if true, T-R-U-E. If the logic expression is correct, if 17 greater than 15 true, 17 greater than 15 is true, that means automatically 17 greater than 15 will be replaced by true. The output of 17 greater than 15 is true. So it will, the code will look like this: if true. So if true means whatever inside this code, inside this curly braces will get executed. Otherwise means if false. If the expression is false, then it will skip to the next line after the closing curly brace. That means inside this curly brace nothing will be executed inside the curly brace. If the condition not satisfied, the program inside the curly braces will not get, or the code inside the curly braces will not get executed. It will be skipped. So that is what written here. When the expression is true, the block of code is executed, whatever inside that curly brace. When the expression is false, the block of code is skipped. So we will see in detail once more. So this is a visualization of the program if statement. So you can see the diagram flowchart here. So here it is the condition. This is a logic expression condition, a greater than b or a greater than d or 17 greater than 15, whatever it is. If the condition is true, then before going to the next line, it will execute a certain block of code. Then it will go to the next line. If the logic expression is false, it will skip the block of code. It will skip executing the block of code and it will go directly to the next line. So that is what it is shown in the syntax. If the logic expression is true, then the program or the code inside that curly bracket will get executed, otherwise not. So this is an example of if statement. So I have declared two integer variables. You are already familiar with variables and data types, etc. So int a comma b, that means a and b are integer variables. Next line, c in a b, that means we are getting the values of a and b from the user, and we are having a conditional statement. Have a close look at that, the conditional statement. So up to this it is okay. Next we are having a conditional statement. If a less than b, then only we want to execute this code. Otherwise we don't want to execute anything. So if a is 10 and b is 9, will the code get executed? That means code is to display in the screen. Cout means whatever written will be get displayed in the screen. So we have to display a is smaller than b. So if a is 10 and b is 9, will it get executed? No, because you check the expression a less than b. A is 10 and b is 9. 10 less than 9, it is false. That means it will come if false. So the output of the expression, logic expression, is like this: if false. That means it will not get executed. Whatever things written inside the curly braces will not get executed because the output of a less than b is false. So we will see another case. Check here. Here there is no curly braces. Remaining everything is same except the logic expression. In the previous slide we have int a equal to b, here also int a equal to b. Then we are getting the data from user. In the previous slide also same, c in a b, we are getting a value and b value from the user. Third condition, if a equal to b, that means we are going to check whether a and b are equal or not. So but there is no curly brace. So keep in mind that if there is only one statement to execute after the if statement, if there is only one statement to execute after the if statement, then we don't require curly braces. So if you want to execute more than one statement, so suppose we want to execute two cout a is equal to b and cout hello. So if this condition satisfies, we want to execute two cout, then we want to put curly brace. but here only one statement is there, so there is no need for putting curly braces. So this is another example. If 1 is equal to 2, that is always false, 1 is not equal to 2. So this cout will not get executed. Since 1 is not equal to 2, this code will never get executed. So another conditional statement is if else statement. So in the earlier case, we have only one case, if case. The if case fails, nothing will be executed. If the condition fails, here the condition is not true. If 1 equal to 2 means it is false. That means this code will not get executed. And in the program, nothing will get executed. So in the if else statement, we are going to use else also. That means if this condition fails, it will automatically execute the other condition. So this is the syntax. If logic expression, that means inside this block, the code will be executed if the logic expression is true. And inside else block, the code will be executed if the condition is false. So in error case, the code get executed only if the condition is true. Now with the introduction of else statement, if the condition is true, the code inside the if block get executed, and the logic expression, if the logic expression is false, the code inside the else statement get executed. So have a look at the syntax. If followed by curly braces, then the block of code, then close the curly brace, then else, same like if else. That means if the first condition fails, then we have to execute whatever inside the else block. So this is the flow chart for if else statement. So we have a logic expression here. If it is true, a set of block code will be executed. If it is false, another set of block of code will be executed. In earlier case, we have only a block of codes for the true statement, for the true condition. In if case, we have only codes to be executed if the condition is true. But in if else case, if the condition is not satisfied also, we have a set of codes to execute. So this is an example. If a greater than 0 and b greater than 0, that means if both condition is true, this code is executed and this will not be executed. I think you got it. If any of the condition, if a greater than 0 is true and if b greater than 0 is false, then if condition will not get executed, because you have AND operation. For AND operation, both expression must be true, otherwise the output is false. So here second expression is false, so if condition is false, so this will not get executed, so it will directly come to else statement and this will be executed. If both the condition is false, then also same case. If a greater than 0 is false and a b greater than 0 is false, means if condition is false, so if statement will not get executed, but else statements will be get executed. So this is another example. If a less than b, c equal to a into 3 and a equal to b minus c get executed, and if a less than b is false, then a equal to c plus 5 will get executed. So here check, for else statement there is no curly braces. In last case we have the curly braces. For else statement we have curly braces. Here for else statement we have no curly braces. Why? Because there is only single statement. Earlier case we have two statements, C equal to A into B, that is first statement, because there is a semicolon. Semicolon determines the end of a statement, and second statement is A equal to B plus C. So if more than one statement is there, we want to use curly brace, but here there is only one statement, A equal to C plus Y, so we don't need a curly brace. So this is another okay, we will move to the quiz. So that's quite interesting. So I have prepared some 5 or 6 quizzes. Everything is simple questions. So you just pause the video and find the value. Okay. So this is a question. Int A equal to B. Sorry, int A equal to 3, B equal to 1. So value of A is 3 and B is 1. So then comes the if condition. If A greater than 3, B is equal to 10. So B is equal to 10 comes inside the if condition. So what is the value of B? So pause the video and find the answer. So A greater than 3 is false, because A equal to 3. So A should be equal to 3, or the condition should be like A greater than or equal to 3. So condition should be either A equal to 3 or A greater than equal to 3. But here the condition is false. So false means whatever inside the if condition will not get executed. So the original value of B is 1. So value of B is 1 only. Value of B is 1. So we will move to next slide. Int A equal to 3, B equal to 1. If A greater than or equal to 3, B equal to 10. What is the value of B? So pause the video and find the answer. Okay, here if A greater than or equal to 3, the value of A is 3. 3 greater than or equal to 3, it is correct, 3 is equal to 3. So it will come inside that if condition. Inside that if condition, we have B is equal to 10. So the value of B is replaced. Earlier B is 1, it is replaced with a value of 10. So now what is the value of B? It is 10. So this is another one. Int A equal to 3, B equal to 1. If A less than 5, B equal to 10, C out B. What will be the output, or what will be displayed in the screen? C out is a command used to display in the screen. So pause the video and find the answer. Okay, we will check. A is 3. So 3 less than 5. A less than 5 means 3 less than 5. Is it right? Yes, it is true. So it will come inside the loop. Inside the loop, the value of B is equal to 10. So when you display B, C out B means display the value of B. So the value of B is 10. So this is another one. Int A equal to 3, B equal to 1. If A greater than 5, C out B, then B equal to 10, C out B. What will be the output? So pause the video and find the answer. Okay, we will check it. A greater than 5, A is 3. 3 greater than 5, it is false. So it will not execute C out B. It will not execute only that statement because there is no curly braces. Previous video we have curly brace, that means all the two things b equal to 10 and c out b, all the two statements are inside that if condition. So both together, both they are inside the if condition, but here there is no curly braces. So only c out b is inside the if condition. So 3a less than 5 is wrong, false. So c out b will not get executed. So automatically it will come to next line. B is assigned as 10. Now the value of b equal to 10. Now it will display b, c out b. So the value of b is 10. So the output is 10. If there is a curly brace here, nothing will be displayed, because if condition is false, it will not come inside this curly brace. So nothing will be executed. Similarly, if the curly brace ends there after b equal to 10, that means c out b and b equal to 10 are inside the curly braces. That means these two things will not get executed. We have c out equal to b, that means value of b is 1, original value of b is 1, because b equal to 10 will not get assigned because of curly braces. So always be careful using these curly braces. So we will wind up today's class. In the next class, we will see about nested if and while loop. Okay, thank you.